Sean, winner of the week.
The United States military. If you
Dan.
haven't watched clips, I'll just say this real quick. You haven't watched Chairman Kane's quotes from that press conference the other day where he talks about the fortitude of the 28-year-old captain that held that base when they evacuated, and the 21-year-old private that were the remaining two people on that base to hold it back. And that combines with the Navy folks that fired off the Tomahawks, the B-2 bombers. I agree with Secretary Hegseth that the resolve, the planning, the fortitude of these individuals who carried out these missions over the last week on various fronts is unbelievably underreported and unrecognized, and it's a travesty. So I am honored to recognize all of those individuals who made America proud this week of their service.
Dan.
AOC, because the Democratic Party, she was out in front on impeachment. She backed Mamdani and turbocharged them. She's had a good week.
Dan, can I just say real quick, I don't disagree with that. But the funny part about it is I think you're the only one that I've seen, and I can't, again, I'm not whatever you guys have, Blue Sky or like, are there other people giving her credit? Because
many
are.
Okay. Military, and I'll just echo what Sean said. I don't want to diminish the accomplishment, but I will say the lack of coverage of the briefing yesterday of the individuals described by the chairman of the Joint Chiefs is outrageous. And I can only attribute it to Trump derangement syndrome because they're the most incredible stories. Sean, loser of the week.
I think that the Democratic Party this week, I don't generally get that, try to be more specific, but the idea that they now have to fight over who owns this guy, the lack of a strategy overall, the DNC story about what a mess they're in. I mean, this is a multi-layer problem that the party is in right now, leader, individual wise and mechanically.
And their brand poll numbers. Dan.
I had a feeling that if I didn't go first, that was going to be Sean. So that would have been mine as well. I'm going to say Europe, because it started with Trump utterly dismissing what they think about Iran and any ability to influence. They've completely they're going to have to eat into their social safety net now with NATO spending, which they've totally resisted. And they are coming to the table on the trade stuff a little bit, despite their resistance. So Europe is the loser of the week.
And they had to call him daddy.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to say that. Yes. And then that was it.
Dude, I got to be honest with you.
Iran. Sean, what are you watching for?
I'm going to watch how quickly I can make Daddy's Home t-shirts on Etsy. I'm watching the votes this weekend. I think this the conversation we had earlier, the Senate, there's a math problem in the House and the Senate. And I have talked to enough folks on the Senate side. Everybody thinks this is getting through. I agree, but I think we've got to see some dominoes fall. And I'll be interested to see which dominoes fall.
Yep. Dan.
Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, do they endorse Mamdani this weekend? They're in DC. The reporters are around them for all weekend. What do they say?
Yeah, I'm watching.
By the way, Dan, I'll say this: what do they say? Because the endorsement is the one thing, but if they don't, it's then what do they say?
I'm watching four folks, Thune and Johnson, and their secret pre-conferencing of the bill, and the lobbying of secret pre-conferencing of the bill, and the lobbying of Scott Bessent and the vice president to get the bill past the Senate.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.